Hello everyone, Pallytime here. Welcome back to the A through Z playthrough. In today's video, we're taking a look at Zagara. Previously, one of my favorite specialists has been renamed to a ranged assassin since the departure of that role. She had a rework last year, and it helped me realize what the new development cycle for heroes might look like. Let me explain the situation. On July 20th, 2021, Zagara received a pretty substantial rework. Didn't go through her whole kit or anything, but she did get a basic attack range increase. She got a substantial movement speed increase while she's on creep, allowing her to kite away from enemies significantly easier. And we also saw a big buff come to her Baneling builds. Now, with this new movement speed and the fact that her Banelings were now busting for more damage than they ever have before, and she was also able to shoot them at a very long range and then also fire off additional Banelings at a time. She would just be pelting you off screen, and if you tried to walk towards her, she would simply turn around and walk away on top of her creep at mount speed. You could not catch her. You could not catch her. It was ridiculous. And along with this talent change, her win rate skyrocketed. Now remember, this patch was on July 20th, 2021. Her win rate was through the roof. And for the next 29 days, or I guess 30 days because July is a 31 month, for the next 30 days, absolutely nothing happened. There were no patches to bring Zagara's strength back down, even though everyone kind of agreed that she was a monster in her current state. Well, the night before a hotfix, and I'm saying like maybe 8 hours before, maybe 12 hours before, I'm trying to be lenient here, they disabled Zagara because she was too strong, and then she got a patch the next day. That moment always kind of hit me weird. Like, if you knew this was a problem for 29 days, why did we wait so long to disable the character? Why did that happen? Anyway, a month later, after her small rework, she was reverted a little bit back in the other direction and has been sitting in a pretty good spot ever since. I have no complaints about the current state of Zagara other than talent diversity, but we'll get to that in just a moment. Her popularity is just under 10%, with 1.9% of that being bans. Win rate at a 51.48 using the last few patches of the game. I don't think she was actually adjusted in any of those patches. So the issues with talent diversity on Zagara can be kind of staggering depending on the tier. For instance, at level 1, this has a 65% pick rate, whereas volatile acid went from being this big booming change to now only having a 12.77% pick rate. To go along with that, Bile Drop at level 7 is sitting at almost a 65% pick rate, but that doesn't even start to compare to Hydraless Transfusion, which across the board, using all of the data that we can gather from every Zagara game, has been picked in 72% of them. That's a lot. And what's funny is usually at level 20, we see most characters leaning towards, you know, maybe they increase one of their heroic abilities that they picked. But no, we see Zagara again with Pack Instinct sitting at a 65% pick rate. I'm not really sure how you fix that. I don't know if you nerf these popular talents or just bring up other stuff. I don't know what that would do to Zagara as a character. I'm not a developer. I'm just saying I wish there was a little bit more variety in here. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was a pleasure to make it. I actually had a really great gaming session today. It's really fun. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we found ourselves on the Garden Terra map today. The friendly team Zagara, Lunara, Severo, Tassadar, and Kira. The enemy team Thrall, Asmodan, Junkrat, Cassia, and Nova. This could be a difficult game for us, depending on how much Azmodan pushes and how much Nova counters us trying to clean that up. I have been playing nothing but Assassin clusterfucks today, so I feel like I'm pretty prepared for this environment. At level 1, we're going to go for Corpse Feeders, reduces the cooldown of Infested Drop by 3 seconds, and Roachlings have 30% more health. On a 12-second cooldown, we're able to call down some roaches. Previously in the game, these used to just be for like running towers out of ammo, but they can also take mercenary camps for us and do a little bit of damage to enemies as well. As I walked into that bush, I did not see the Junkrat trap. You know what? Let's go ahead and just start laning. Let's lay claim to the lane that's right next to mercenary camps, because you guys know how I feel about getting those at every single opportunity. The team fight that was in the middle lane seems to have mostly dispersed. We only see Cassie on the map right now. Looks like Azmodan is rotating up to me. I'm going to go for an early sip here. I'm not too worried about Azmodan himself. I'm worried about the Nova that I don't see as well. Hey, and speak of the devil. Let's keep moving so we don't get dunked. We're totally good. She came back. Oh, it's decoy. Damn, I really believed in that. I really believed in that. It seems as though for Zagara, the most mana-hungry thing you can do, and I guess it's not even true, it's just how I was feeling. Every time I shot my Bailings off, it felt like I just saw my mana plummet, but really it's kind of in line with everything else in the kit. 15 mana per charge when you have 3 charges is still less than Hunter Killer, right? Yeah. Granted, Hunter Killer does last a little bit longer. I guess I should probably explain Zagara's abilities at some point. Our Q ability shoots out a Baneling. These explode and deal damage around them when they reach a target. Really good for just clearing out thick lanes. We're probably going to die here. Let's see if this movement speed does it. Yeah, we made it out. Now, Nova could still decoy over the wall and kill us. So let's make sure we get out. Looks like Tastar rotating up to save us. Our W ability is really the big star of our kit. This is the Hunter Killer. We're going to be using this on enemies to force them away. It does so much damage. They only last for 8 seconds, but basically you pick a target, and that's damage that most people will not avoid. If they killed the Hunter Killer, it would go away. Most people simply do not do that. The first objective is happening down at the bottom of the map. Let's see if we can rotate down in time. Looks like Azmodan is pushing middle out pretty hard. There is a team fight happening beneath the objective, so it looks like the enemy team hasn't quite all funneled in here yet. Nova did see us on the rotation. Notice she's on top of me this entire game. That's exactly what she should be doing, because my split push can be really, really good. Junkrat trying to delay the objective for the enemy team, and our Kira took the bait, diving right in. Let's make sure that we use our activatable. I went for the poison talent at... Ooh, let's go ahead and just put a Hunter Killer on Thrall here in the bush. I used the talent that gave us a poison auto attack because most of the time I'm not looking to get into long engagements with enemies. I'm looking to just kind of poke them down a little bit. And oh, didn't see Thrall coming back in, but definitely didn't see that Nova. Looks like the enemy team is slowly but surely winning the battle of attrition. Samuro sneaking out of the top of the map, while Tassadar, never mind. They held. Kira held the line, broke their advance, and Tassadar was able to get the channel. Nicely done, nicely done. We are going to make our way back to the top lane. Let me tell you about this poison talent a little bit more. My theory is that if I just prime this and then auto attack someone, that's all I have to do, and then I can run away and let my minions kind of mingle. Whereas if you're going for serrated spines, you want to be trading into heroes all the time. You want to be attacking into heroes all the time. I think both talents are fine. I went for the poison one because we're in an assassin game where teams are just going to be posturing until someone dies and then they all push in. So if I can try to negate them from getting confidence and then just back up, that's what I'm going to try to do. We get the objective at the perfect time. Let's continue to lay down our creep. Our creep is our trait. If we put it down, it gives us vision inside of a bush, like you could see here. And also, it slowly expands over... Hey, there's Nova. Whoop! Okay, we're good, right? Fuck! Just non-stop every time I move out. We're going to be back up in 15 seconds. The objective is happening right now, and no one on the friendly team is in position this time. Thrall for the enemy was on top of it, but decided to go fight up here instead. The enemy team could have been done with the objective already. Instead, they're giving me ample time to respawn. Let's start to make our way back. There's also a synergy with Envenom Spines with our level 20 talent. If we summon in our Hunter Killer first, and it deals damage to an enemy, then we deal 20% more damage if we attack said enemy, and thus our poison will deal more damage over time. Let's lay down some creeps, summon in some roaches to help tank these things. I think that'll be good enough. Nova has appeared. Let's send in the Hunter Killer on her. I'm pretty sure she can juke it out with her forced clone, but I'm not entirely sure. Poison is on Thrall. Real Nova re-emerging. Didn't get the snipe on me, did get the pinning shot. Let's just roach right here. Hunter Killer onto Nova. Try to force her out. Cassia reinforcing. I'm going to be pushed out of this area pretty quickly. But the friendly team is getting a lot of kills here. I'm going to go for the channel while they're posturing in front of me. And it looks like we're going to be able to get this no problem. Again, all of that could have been avoided if Thrall, who was right next to that at the start of that objective, just took it instead of fighting. They kind of just gave that one away. They kind of just gave that one away. Oh, that was a lot of... Oh, that was... My bad. I should have helped. Should have helped that guy. Should have helped that guy. That was my fault. I didn't realize it was happening. I'm going to go back, and as we hit level 10, I'm going to start a Nidus network. I am a fan of leaving one in the base. I think it's cool, especially in a game like this where I know I'm in a super high damage, super volatile match. If this was a standard tank, bruiser, healer comp, then I would be a lot more aggressive with my Nidus placements. But I'm just going to be realistic with myself and assume that I'm going to die at some point. Our Nidus will be placed back here. It looks like both teams not being too quick to get on top of this objective, so I'm going to help Samuro get this out early and get this pushing. Now we actually have lane pressure against this team, and we can afford to spend a little bit more time here than what we've been doing in the past. I'm not going to spawn in the Hunter Killer, and I'm going to stay pretty far back on my creep here. Start to ping for some assistance because over half of our team is not present at the moment. Cassia and Nova moving up. There's the dunk. I'm going to go sippy cup so I can get some more sustain here, and then we'll just push back in. Effectively, I did nothing there, but with the increased regen from the sip, we should be able to push in quite far. So I just want to really run it down. Unfortunately, everyone's avoiding me really well. I think I got the Hunter Killer out. I did. We can eat most of this damage. The friendly team did better than me and soaked up the rest. And now to get my HP back, I don't actually have to go back to the base. All I have to do is sit inside this wonderful Nidus network, and slowly but surely we will be healed back up. We can have 3 of these out on the map at any time, and the cooldown is almost done. So I'm going to start making my way up north during the objective really slowly, not helping the team as much as I should, but I'm going to lay down a little bit of creep here, and then this will be my home for the top lane. As I'm running away, let's just place it right there. So we have one back in the base, just so we have access if we die, and then we also have one on the northern and southern ends of the map, so I can get around relatively quickly. This objective looks like it's mostly done, although Samuro is kind of poking at this Junkrat a little bit. If he can bait him in, I'm down to clown, but it looks like the enemy team is moving in too. So, I was thinking about picking up a different talent at level 7, and because I didn't, I really do need to be more aggressive with my roach drops. I need to be trying to land these a little bit more. Trying to back out here. Looks like Lunara is going to get caught up in a little bit of action she didn't want. Let's see if we can drop some roaches on Thrall. Indeed, we do. And then I am just going to fall back. You know what? Let's just go ahead and Hearth. We have that option. Sometimes in quick match, I really like to get the viscous acid here at level 7 instead of the bile drop. Just gives you more control if assassins are pushing in on you, especially in a choke like they just were there. We could just litter that choke with banelings, and then anyone that gets hit is going to be slowed down, making us much safer when we push up. 2 members of the enemy team dead. We see Azradan returning to the top lane. The laser was placed on me, but we got out of the way. Let's make sure we hit him with a little bit of poison here as well. Nova is just now respawning, but I'm gonna get some roaches on this base at the very least. Okay, we have another objective coming up right now. The enemy team has still not gathered a single tribute, but they are just a level behind us. This is still a relatively close game. 17 seconds would be enough time to take this if the friendly team helps us out. It kind of doesn't look like they are at the moment, so that puts me in a bit of an awkward spot. But the good news is they're out there and they're getting kills. Azradan just taken down opens up a lot of room for us to take this objective. Man, they have an Azradan and a Junkrat and a Nova all for delaying this. Swap the Nova out with the Chromie and that would be really hard. In the past, I have been a fan of the Mutalisk. However, corrosive saliva just seems to be better these days. If we put our hunter killers on a get out of the way. Put some creep down to move faster if I need to. If we put our hunter killers on a target, now they are going to be leeching health back to us every time they auto attack, and they're also going to be dealing almost 2% of that target's health with every single one of their attacks. So I can agree to be I can afford, excuse me, to be really aggressive here because I just move up and press one button and then walk away. Ideally, I also prime my Envenom spines, go in, attack once, and then walk away. It's nice and easy. The enemy team is not being too thorough about clearing out my creep. You could see kind of those highlighted purple areas on the map are areas that we're giving vision to not only ourselves, but to our friendly team as well. 4 members of the enemy team go down as the friendly fucking allies are pushing the top lane hard. We're able to just swoop in here and gather this objective without anyone even noticing because they won that fight at the perfect time. Now I'm just going to fall back and make sure we keep pressure on the map whenever we can. We still have all of our tier 1 defensive structures. The enemy team only has tier 2 still standing, and if we get the next tribute, that's gonna be really good for us. I imagine a lot of stuff is gonna come crashing down. All right, we get this pushing out the bottom lane. Tassadar doing the same thing up top. We can actually go help him because of our Nidus network. Here we go. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. We're already up top. Let me make sure. Oh, the maximum is 4 Nidus. So I can put one somewhere else. I haven't been living my Nidus dream to its fullest. Oh, what if we go for something like this? I'll just really creep up this area, right? Make it look like this is just a totally normal spot. But then we put our Nidus back here in the corner. Yeah, it's kind of broken from line of sight. Not as good as I wanted it to be, but we'll make it work. That's Sunder coming out of nowhere, and we're taking a lot of damage. The Tassadar wall actually stopping me from... Whoa, don't step on that. Look, jeez, that bomb lingered forever. Luckily, we don't have to go back to the base. All we have to do is go back inside the warm comfort of our Nidus network. The friendly team is taking the objective, and we can join them just to make sure that they're okay, although the enemy team is still splitting deaths quite a lot. 2 members of the enemy team dead as the objective is happening. So, level 20 is in sight. We're going to be getting that pretty soon, it looks like. Let me put some more creep down in this area. We do move faster on creep, and I also think we have better mana regeneration on creep. But once we got our level 10 talent, we're also getting cooldown reduction. We have battle momentum every time we auto attack. So I can afford to be pretty aggressive normally, but Cassia stepping up and pulling me away from my team, dealing a lot of damage. The triple tap is out, and our Tassadar does intercept a little bit of that damage. Now Lunara and Tassadar are able to skip away. The objective up top does manage to clear out most of the walls. Bottom looking even better as that keep is taking some damage that can never be healed. But it looks like, all things considered, the enemy team actually did a pretty good job of defending against our push. We're now going to pick up Pack Instincts at level 20. Zagara and her summons deal 20% more damage to enemies attacked by her Hunter Killer. Now all we have to do is W someone, prime our Envenom Spines, auto attack them, and then they're going to take 20% more than 504 damage. It's actually a lot, and it allows us to just poke enemies out instantly if I can actually do it right. Our friendly team's starting to take some plays out of the enemy playbook, splitting our deaths and allowing them to regain some map control here. Junkrat did find our tucked away Nidus worm. That's totally fine. We still have our others. Speaking of which, I should just appear somewhere. Walking is not for me anymore. I am Zagara. Let's back up a little bit, make sure that we're not taking all of this. Still haven't finished my roach quest. I'm not super worried about that at all. It will build up over time. I do need to kind of make sure that we're not getting pushed in by the enemy team. Junkrat appearing in lane after taking that. It looks like Thrall is moving in with him. We do have vision of some shenanigans going on in the bottom lane, and it looks like our friendly team might be moving in on it, so I wanted to teleport down here to help. Although it looks like that may have been a mistake. I got you, bud. Oh, I don't got you, bud. Oh! Hold on! Hold on! Don't you fucking come over here! How in the fuck? I hit him! Okay. I'm gonna take my Nidus. Oh, my Nidus is right by this objective. Holy shit. Okay, both teams are missing one ally at the moment. Junkrat used his ultimate up top, so he's likely going to jetpack right back down here. They do see my Nidus, and it is gone, so I'm gonna move from the base. Let's make sure we're mounted up. I would have gotten out of it sooner if our allies kind of pushed in on the area, but it actually looks like we're just totally giving this one up. I'm feeling a pretty big momentum shift here in the match, and I'm not sure why. Nothing really bad has happened, but we're just letting them take everything they want now. Asmodan walking into 3 members of our team, and while that's going on, we also got hit in the back hard by an enemy Nova. I'm going to use this opportunity to get another Nidus up here. Right here in this pathway. I don't care if they see it, that's fine. And I'm also going to dip into it really fast just to heal back up. Junkrat is moving middle, but rotating down to bottom now towards our Lunara. A lot of stuff moving down towards them. Okay, let's see if I can help. We're real close on being able to attack Junkrat, and he messed up his jump there. There we go! We even got the poison in place. We even did our things right. Tassadar potentially jumping in on some people here. My cooldowns aren't looking great, but I'll help when I can. Stun coming out on Cassio. Let's make sure we're going in and assisting with that. Hit him with the Banelings and then start to try. Oh! Oh! Okay, I shouldn't leave. I should just Nidus back up to the top lane. Here we go. I'm just going to start the objective because everyone on the enemy team is dead. Samaro's pushing middle lane too, which will likely get some attention as they start to respawn. I think this is okay. Nope. No. Oh, that feels really bad. Okay, new roaches are in though. Come on, roaches, do your thing. Hit the guy. Okay, we're channeling. We let the enemy team get a lot of time to respawn while we were doing that. That felt terrible. But we still managed to get bottom. Middle's looking super weak. Tassadar playing a little too ballsy here. Looks like he's going to pay the price for it as well with a well-timed triple tap. I'm going to creep my way up to this camp and then maybe consider taking it. Or we can just vision this up. I don't know. It kind of looks like a lot of the enemy team is really focused in the bottom lane at the moment. So I'm going to try. My Hydralisk is leaving me. My Hydralisk decided, you know, one giant is enough. I think we're going to just bail now. Wonderful. Thanks, guys. Thanks for doing that. That's the only reason I've always preferred the Mutalisk. They kind of hover in an area. It's just quite simply the Mutalisk damage is so much less now. You're really going to feel it. Your single target damage goes down to what feels like nothing. compared to the amount of damage that this Hydralisk can push out. Next objective coming up in just 17 seconds, and this is actually looking pretty good for the friendly team. Samuro moving in middle might be enough of a distraction for me to get some stuff done, but as he leaves, I'm going to be forced to leave too. The objective is up in just 3 seconds. Let me get some creep down so we could see enemy advancing if they push up this way. Looks like Samuro in a little bit of trouble, but he's Samuro, so he's going to be just fine. We have our Nidus there. They'll likely stop to attack that if they see it, which will buy us a little bit more time on this objective as well. Thrall's thinking about coming this way. Let's see if he's in the bush. Tassadar starting the camp. Let's make sure we can help him. We have vision of everything going on here. Actually, Azmodan rotating up top, so I'm going to make sure I'm continuing to push too. Just keep middle lane shoved in towards their base. Poison spines, there we go. Look how much poison damage that is. I'm basically playing Lunara. 3 auto attacks and a Hydralisk was all it took to make Junkrat use his sip. That's so strong. Okay, the friendly team is actually reinforcing this area that I was moving away from, so let's make sure that we're helping. I have Hunter Killer on a Nova decoy, unfortunately, but it did swap over to Thrall, which was nice. I'm glad it did that. Calling in the roaches, but I can't stay long. Dismounting Cassia, and I was going to line of sight get into this if I needed to, but it actually looks like we're fine. Next objective is up top. We have a Nidus in the network right by that, so let's make use of it. And 13 seconds should be enough time, especially with our new and improved Hydralisk. If he sticks around this time, well, we could have killed this in time. Feels bad, man. Friendly team still able to get it, though. Let's get another Hydralisk up here. Roach is being spawned in as well. I'm just trying to buy time for myself. I was just juking and diving there, not really expecting too much of anything. Although a great Cassia ult does pull me back into that double team. I was not ready for that. And it seems like neither was our team. Tassadar going down at the same time. Lunara caught a little far out there. But Kira with the big ult follow-up. She's silencing everyone underneath her for some huge damage. Unfortunately, there's just no one left to follow up there. Samuro does manage to sneak another kill on Thrall, and bro, you can go back in. You can win this, actually. I truly believe in him. I truly believe in him, especially if he's going E-build, which he he is. Shouldn't he be healing pretty substantially right now? Indeed he is. Nova being revealed. The Blade Frenzy, or whatever it's called, does take her down, and then Samuro continues to look for opportunities to strike. God, I love Samuro. He's such a fun character. I can't wait to play him more after the A through Z is done. I fell in love with him all over again for his episode. That was so much fun. Well, the next objective is happening, and we can be there. We have a Nidus set up. 3 members of the enemy team dead. I actually don't think that this is too bad of an idea. And we already got the poison out on Azmodan, and he is forced out. Look at that burst damage that we just did to him. Now our Samuro is able to move in and clean that area up, no problem. Unfortunately, I didn't think I was on that little jetpack thing, but I guess we were. And Junkrat is able to take that mercenary camp from me. Most of my other Niduses are dead, which kind of sucks. This fight is still going on, though. Oh, we didn't get the channel. I thought we did. Okay. So I'm just going to let them move up, wait for these bombs to go away. And now we'll move in right behind Kira here. Ooh, good teleport from Thrall. Very good. Great damage. We get the Hunter Killer on Cassia. She will be dead, but so am I as she lands another ult. She pulled me into a barrage of Junkrat projectiles. That was terrifying. We do manage to gather the objective during that ruckus. Unfortunately, the top lane really pushed back. Middle lane looks like it's in a good spot, but the friendly team not really reinforcing this. Lunara is starting to show up now. The triple tap used onto Kira didn't even impact, which might be really good depending on what Nova's level 20 talents are. If she's getting resets, that just robbed her of a reset. The objective is moving in. I do have one Nidus relatively close if they keep pushing here. Looks like Samaro's kind of biding his time on the outside. They're not really committing to this push, so this push likely isn't going to happen. We kind of would have already needed to be on core at this point. Nova does get the kill on Lunara, trading their lives, and Junkrat trying to execute Samaro should know better at this point. He's just way too slippery. The long walk from the top lane is almost over as the objective is inching closer towards those buildings. We could maybe do some backdoor shenanigans here. It's only Cassia. Never mind. It's no longer only Cassia. Get my poison on her. Banelings, roaches. Yeah, I'm forced out. I gotta go. I gotta go. We distracted her for a moment, though. That's something, right? That's something, right? Samaro does get that top building. I'm kind of, I think Thrall's heading right for me, so I'm gonna have to go. Damn, we need to reestablish the Nidus. 25-minute game right now. Most of the enemy team's defenses are dead, though. And there goes my Nidus down in the bottom lane. Let me just ping danger on that. Most of the enemy defenses are down, which does give us a pretty big opportunity. I see Samaro fighting over here as well. I want to help out if I can. Looks like Azmodan also here. What if I just finish this and stand on it? Yeah, all right. Samaro does get spotted by the enemy team, but I have every ounce of faith that he will be able to get out. I'm gonna put my Nidus back here again. I like this kind of central spot in between middle and top lane. All right, that'll be another good mercenary camp pushing out. Let's see if I can maybe sneak a Nidus in like right here or something. I don't think people will pay too much attention to this area. We see a bunch of enemies on the mini-map right here. Junkrat taking a lot of damage. Let's see if we can finish him off. Damn, he just snuck that at the last second. You hate to see that shit. Also, Azmodan's minions, man, they're dealing a bunch of damage. Wow. This should work for my Nidus network. There we go. It's down. Let's go ahead and make sure we are healing. Next objective is going to be up top, but the enemy team seems pretty distracted at the moment. 3 members of the friendly team do go down. 4 members of the friendly team do go down. They're pretty fucking spread out. Oh my god. I'm really gonna try. Okay, roaches in. All of our abilities go. Please just tank them. Please just tank them. Please just tank them. Oh my god, they're not going to tank them. I have to fall back. Cassie is showing up. Yep, I'm not here to die. Not today, boys. We're backing it up. We'll let them have it. Unfortunately, that does mean that there's going to be a very large objective moving towards our base. This is their first one of the match, and it's happening at the 28-minute mark. These things are going to be strong. These things are going to be very, very strong. Top lane has a long way to go. Middle lane has a long way to go. Okay, that is kind of a very, very big silver lining. Every single one of our lanes were very pushed out, so it's going to take some time for the objective to actually reach us. Let me move back. I don't want to be grabbed by Cassia. This building, inevitable. I mean, it doesn't really matter. The only one that matters at this point is the core. So if we lose a tier 1 defense, bro, that's A-okay. Nothing to worry about there. Thrall looking for a big sunder, and he found it! I'm dead! I'm not dead! Not dead! Not dead! We're gonna put a new Nidus here. Top off real fast. Jeez. I'm thinking about maybe just teleporting down to the bottom lane, but that's a little risky because we don't know what kind of paths the enemy is going to take from the center area. They could head straight bottom, they could rotate up to me, they could continue pushing. There's too many unknown variables for me to move out there right now. So let's just focusing on finishing off this top objective, which we just did. Triple tap is being used, but the friendly team is soaking it. That's good. And we still have time before the bottom lane arrives. We still have time. We do need to rotate now, though. Cassia's ultimate is on cooldown. That's very good for us. Hunter Killer is out on this. Perfect. Junkrat's in the air, so Lunara likely dead unless she jumps. Why did I take so much damage, though? I didn't think I was in that circle, bro. Okay. Well, that's looking fine. That's looking fine. We see Nova up top going for a Merc camp right now. If I was a little bit faster, we may have been able to stop her. They got 2 Merc camps pushing the top lane right now, so I know where I'm going to be spending my time. With Lunara dead and this 30-minute game still going on, let's make sure I clear this out. We actually didn't lose too much to that objective there. That was pretty okay. That was pretty all right. Could have been a lot worse. Splitting our deaths at this point is going to be what loses us the game, though. We had such a dominant early game. Honestly, if we could just get a couple kills, we're in a position where we could head for the core. I'm dead pretty aggressively. All right. So, someone just needs to clear that while I'm dead. That shouldn't be that big of a deal. Samurai is clearing this out right now. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Did they sunder me? So that's on cooldown. Kira's actually pretty safe if that's on cooldown. This is just a really difficult game to play a melee assassin, and this is kind of what we were talking about when we were playing Kira. It's like you're expected to beat your team's burst damage and their initiation and their front line and their crowd control. I do not envy this player at the moment. I'm going to be back up in 27 seconds. The objective was near one of my Niduses, but it looks like I've lost all of them as we've lost map control. This objective really doesn't matter. Both teams need 3 tributes. So, like, if Samuro could get a kill, I would argue that that's more valuable than getting the objective right now. He is able to dip out, and it looks like he's going to get to safety. We are cruising out of the base right now towards the objective. Kira needs help. Kira needs help. Lunara should not be backing at full health. Uh-oh. Lunara left the game. Well, great. Oh, good. Oh, good. We did manage to hit Cassia with our poison auto attack and force her back, and she doesn't have a super easy way of healing from that. Thrall is a pretty intimidating front line for the enemy team to have. Let's get the hunter killers on him, though. Big damage as he is pushed away. I'm going to get a Nidus in the corner just in case I need it. Now we're moving up with more creep. Roach drop onto the clone still gives me stacks. I'm happy with that. And Azodan is mostly forced back here. I think Lunara did rejoin the game. Yeah, with 2 members of the enemy team dead, this should be a pretty big tipping point for our team. We should just be grabbing anything we can to push in for the core at this point. And another kill gets us a really long way towards that goal as well. Here, let me get as much damage out on this as I can. Unfortunately, our lane situation isn't looking too great. Like, we want to deal core damage, but none of our lanes are actually pushed up that far because the enemy team has had so much control over the map. I need to get another Nidus down. Let's make sure we're clearing out this lane as well. Get our hunter killer on that catapult. 3 members of the enemy team still alive. We see 2 of them down in the bottom lane. I'm going to ping for assistance early here. I want to make sure the team is focused on getting over to me because I also want to take this camp. We're in a good spot to do it if we hurry. If we hurry. They are starting to gather right beneath us, but we're good. We got that out in time. Now I'm going to do a big fallback here. We still don't have Samuro. Nova is moving up. I'm just going to set that down. Going to move up to try to body block for Tassadar. Lunara's moving in. I'm faster than him on creep. Okay, and now I immediately go down to the bottom lane and start getting this. We have to keep up map pressure. We have to keep it up in this 33-minute game. It does look like there's about to be a fight up top. My Nidus was spotted by Junkrat, and I think it was just killed. Now, that being said, I can just lay one down, and then I'm here because they didn't clear out my creep. Junkrat does die, but we lose someone as well. I got the poison on him, but honestly, Thrall's probably the worst target for me to do that kind of shit, just because he has so much healing. Although this is a really good engage from Kira. If she gets her ult, that's a silence around her as well. And we take down 2 members of the enemy team. Okay, this is huge. This is huge. We might be able to push for core right now, but with the objective coming up, I'm going to head back to that and make sure we secure it. Also, looks like Kira's the only one moving up right now. Samuro, who's been buying us so much time, is dead at the moment, but I don't think it matters. Once we get this, every lane is going to be pushed towards the core, and we should be fine. And hopefully we win the game through just map supremacy. Okay, we're all grouped up, you know, for that easy Asmodean dunk. Woo! Long game. Long game, but it looks like we're about to win. We need to protect this while also pushing in middle lane. I should have Nidus'd before this. Definitely should have. Hunter Killer and Poison out on Cassia. I didn't see him at all. I was so fixated. I don't think it matters at this point, though. We have 3 big golems at the 35-minute mark on the core. Every single swing they do is 6% of the core's health, and they cannot stop it. Damn, it was a hard game. Any game where it's just 5 assassins on each team all fighting each other is so hard. Yeah, Samuro did a great job. I'll vote for him. Definitely vote for him. He did a great job. So the talents we used in today's video: corpse feeders into bile drop level 1, level 7. This is pretty much standard across the board. This is the best talent configuration for scaling your roaches. And then there is a tie-in with level 20 as well with pack instincts that makes your roaches do even more damage as well. At level 4, you can take whatever you want. I like the one where you're infinitely stacking, but like I said, I thought we would be doing some hit and run tactics in this game, and Invendum Spines is exactly what I want for that. We went for the Nidus network, and we could have gotten a level 20 upgrade, I guess, if we really wanted to, but I wanted to fixate on those hunter killers. And at level 13, we went for Hydraless Transfusion, Corrosive Saliva at level 16, and Pack Instincts at 20. 58,000 hero damage, 150,000 siege. 7 deaths, which feels a little high. I feel bad for the Kira because she was playing right. She was going in and initiating. There's just only so much the team can do to back her up. So that's going to do it for Zagara. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Up next, we're going to be taking a look at Zarya. Take care, and I'll see you guys next time.